guys, welcome to the channel. I pray that you're blessed and everyone around you is blessed as well. I'm Tina from Tina Wonderfully Made. If you are new, welcome. Welcome to the Wonderfully Made family, where we talk faith, family, and fiction. If you're returning, welcome back. Let's get into the video. So, if you can tell, I started decorating for spring/Easter. Spring is literally, I think once you're watching this video, it's already spring. This weather is crazy, okay? Especially if you live in Michigan. I don't know what issues Michigan has going on in her personal life, but she needs to figure it out because we're struggling. It did snow. It didn't stick, thank the Lord, but it has been cold. Cold. And if you know my husband, you probably don't, but my husband has always been warm. Like he doesn't get cold easy. Like he doesn't normally need blankets and stuff like that when he's like watching TV, but lately homeboy has been freezing, so you know it's bad. Anyways, now that it's spring, hopefully Michigan gets the memo and we get better weather. But with that being said, spring equals cleaning, and these bookshelves need it. And as you can tell, I don't think I mentioned it in any other video that I'm in a different room. Maybe I did, I don't know. But if you're new, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. So, backstory. My youngest, she's 21. She moved out to live with my son like 3 or 4 months ago. And her little room became my book room. It's smaller than this. But she ended up moving back in. I love her. Like, she is my best friend. She's one of my best friends. I love her to death. Anyways, I'm so glad that she's back with us. My son is moving out of state, so she was like, my husband was like, just move back in with us, save money, because rent out here in these streets, it's crazy. Anyways, so she moved back in. So I had to come in and invade my husband's office. I don't think he minds because I love being in here with him, and vice versa. And so the book room looks different. However, I kind of put the books back where they were when they were in the other room, but I really didn't go through. Like, I've done book unhaulings so many times on this channel, but my reading has changed. And I did get rid of a lot of the books that had like smut and open door romance and stuff like that. But there are other books that I just don't need anymore, or I feel like I'm never going to reach for. And so with that being said, I opened a PangoBooks account. So I'm gonna eventually upload some books. Probably when you're watching this, there's already some books on there. You can go, the link is gonna be in the description. You can go check them out. So we're gonna start cleaning the bookshelves. I do need to really dust, because the other day, especially my mantle, I went and wiped it and I was like, girl, that's embarrassing. Also, while I'm here chit-chatting, let me grab my coffee, because we're gonna talk about what I'm reading and what I've read so far. I think the last time I updated you, I was finished with The Atonement Child and Night Road. So I'm going to talk about another book that I didn't talk about, I don't think. And then the one I'm reading so far, and one I DNF'd. I think it's the first DNF this year. We're going to talk about it. Let me go get my coffee. Okay, we're back. So I'm drinking just plain black coffee. If you know me already, or have seen me with a cup of coffee in my hand, it's because I need it. Yesterday I went without, and by midday I was dying. So I made sure my daughter picked me up something with caffeine. And then my husband, so sweet, brought me a matcha from Dunkin'. Love that man. Love him down. So I'm drinking just black coffee today. Cheers. I hope you grabbed your beverage for the day. Let me take a sip and then we'll talk about what I'm reading. Let's talk about the book that I own. I don't think I talked about it last video, but it was the buddy read that I did with Brindy, and I always leave her info in the description. Please check her out. Love her. Love her. Like, she's the sweetest person. I have not met her in person. One day we're going to figure it out. We're going to meet up and have a grand old bookish time. But we did a buddy read over on our StoryGraph page. I will leave mine. Mine's always in the description. I'm sure hers is on her channel. But we read Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Jelly McAllister. I want to say I did talk about it, but anyways, I'm going to just talk about it briefly. We got a different vibe. Like, from what it described in the back to what it actually was, we were confused. But then the end was like, okay. I think I gave it 3-star, 3.5. I don't remember, but yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, the beginning got us. We were like, okay, this is gonna be crazy. And then we started reading and we're like, huh? What? Oh, okay. So it's talking about, in the beginning, it's talking about this woman. She's staying up to make sure her son gets home. He's 18. She ends up hearing some noise outside. She peeks out the blind, being a real suspect. And, but also a mom, because I would do that. She sees her son, but he's not alone. And then he ends up killing the person that he's with. And then it jumps to, like, that it never happened, or that it hadn't happened yet. Like, it's going back in time, and she's trying to, like, change the outcome that it began with. It just got really confusing for me. And I ended up pulling up the audio book and was like, okay, maybe that'll help. No. So 3-star, I would say 3-star, just because it was a different read. I've never read any book yet, or so far, that's gone back in time. So I guess the one that I'm reading right now, still, I'm probably like 40-ish% for Slight Winds. This one is giving me okay vibes. Like, I'm leaning right now to like a 3.75, 4-star. Evie, what's going on? What is going on? Like, what? So it starts with this woman. She's with her new man. He introduces her to his friends, and she's not the person that she's saying she is. So we're like slowly I have had some moments where I'm like, what? So it's given 3.75, 4-star so far. We'll see, because I'm really like anxious to know what happens. Check it out. And then the book that I DNF'd, Famous Last Words. See, Wrong Place, Wrong Time, Famous Last Words, they're the same author. I don't know what it is. I was listening to this via audiobook, and it starts off with this couple, just has a 9-month-old, I believe. She's 9 months. Anyway, a baby. And living their best life. The husband ends up being not the person that he's been saying he is. and he's holding people hostage. I just didn't understand. Am I that slow? Like, is something not working? I DNF like 120 some pages in, listening to it, and then I would just go and mark it in the book. But I tried. I really tried. It just was not hitting for me. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments if you liked it. I just couldn't get into it. So this may be one of the books I put in my Pango. So if you liked it and you need a physical copy. Okay, now let's get to cleaning. I have been chit-chatting and talking it up, and there's some cleaning that needs to be done. So while we're cleaning, I'm just going to talk about some of the books that I feel give me spring vibes. I may not get to them because I'm doing a for the month of April, because March is almost done here. For the month of April, I'm going to pick a TBR that my husband picks out for me, because April is our anniversary month and we're going to be celebrating 27 years of blissful marriage. I'm joking. I love my husband to death. Yeah. Like every marriage, we have ups and downs, happy times, sad times, good times, bad times, but the good always outweighs the bad. Like, we have a blast together, and that's why I feel like just sharing this room, like, we laugh all the time, we talk, we like read our Bibles together, we just like being together. Anyways, so I'm going to first pick out some books that give spring vibes. They may not necessarily talk about spring in there, but just like the cover, or if I know what it's talking about, then, and I'll say, but let's get to cleaning. Start on this side of the room. This is where I hold my Christian fiction, my historical fiction, my contemporary romance, my literary fiction, my nonfiction, all the fun books, all the good books, all the nice chill books. That side is my thrillers on that end of the room, so I'll show you that in a little bit. We're going to start here. I'm just going to show you what I have, and if I see any books that give me like the springy vibes, I'll definitely show them. But this shelf right here is where I hold my Christian fiction, except for my Archer's Voice and Love and Other Words. I have like the special editions, and then I have the actual books. Those I just keep up there because there's no space over here. And then, so my Christian fiction, all right here, my good old Francine Rivers, my Lynn Austen, my Tessa Afshars. Down here is my good old Kristen Hanna collection. You can't see it, but I'll probably show you, give a little clip. And then the bottom shelf is my nonfiction books that I have, that I did a book unhauling not too long ago, so there's probably not gonna be a whole lot of books that I take off the shelf. I do have a few still in my car because I would keep them in the car just in case I stopped at Little Free Library and I seen a book that I wanted. But since now that I started the PangoBooks, I think I'm gonna take those out and put those on the Pango. So yeah, and I don't remember which books they were, so we'll see. Anyways, let's see. Over here is, you can see, my, it's like everything, to be honest. Historical fiction, contemporary, literary, all those right here. Then I have like my romance books that I read or have read or haven't read yet. Like my Taylor Jenkins Reid, my Carly Fortune, Colleen Hoover, Abby Jimenez, Emily Henry, Jennifer Hartman. And then way on the bottom, I can't even get down in there because my sofa's right here, but those are like other books that I couldn't fit up here. Just random ones. But let's see, just from the get, I already see a few on my Christian fiction side that just give me the spring vibes, which are Heirlooms by Sandra Bird. I have not read anything by her, but this is just a pretty cover. This is what got me. I think I got this at the free bookstore. And I believe I got this one too. And this is Under the Magnolias by T.I. Lowell. But just look at these covers. Is it not giving spring? And then I have, let's see, another one giving spring just because of the color. Though I Stumble by Kim Cash Tate. Read it, loved it. I just picked up another Kim Cash Tate at my indie bookstore called Cherished. This was in the used section for like $6, so I picked it up. It was also on my wish list on Amazon, but I'm glad I got it for cheaper. Another one that I picked up from the indie bookstore is First Love, Second Draft. This is a Christian romance. I'm guessing it has to do with baseball. This is by Becca Kinzer. I did read not too long ago, well, in February, I read Love in Tandem, which I actually liked. So when I seen this one, I think it was like $5 or something, I picked it up. But just the orange is giving spring. I don't know, maybe this one, Tessa Afshar's In the Field of Grace. I've been saying I want to read this so bad for like a few months already, and I still have not gotten to it. So hopefully my husband picks this, or I'm just hoping he picks this. This is talking about Naomi and Ruth and them being out in the fields, and when Ruth meets Boaz, and it just gives spring. I don't know what this hair is doing either, so ignore that. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know if any of the other ones are giving spring because they have more older like covers. I haven't read anything by Lynn Austin, but just the covers alone are beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. And then my Francine Rivers, not really much that's giving spring. Kristen Hanna. There's a few that I get spring vibes from, like Firefly Lane. I read this one in December, I believe. It could have been earlier than that. I don't know. But it's about two best friends. Maybe it was earlier because I think I said I wanted to read this in July because it was my best friend's birthday month. And these are talking about best friends. I liked it. It was not my favorite, like #1 Kristen Hanna book, but it was really good. I think I gave it a 4-star. It's just good. So Fireflies give me spring vibes. Let's see, maybe this one gives me spring vibes. True Colors. The colors alone are pretty. The horse is giving spring. I don't know, but This is talking about two sisters and like the struggle that they had growing up. We'll see. I've heard that that's pretty good too. I just haven't gotten to it. Now down at the bottom, I did a huge unhaul of like nonfiction books that I had. So those are like the ones that I want to read, like The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. I do have the Mariah Carey one, but I'm not feeling it at the moment. I do want to read it though. There's one about Frank Sinatra. I have Ashley Graham. Like, who remembers Ashley Graham? The plus size supermodel. She was my fave. I don't know where she is now, but I wish her all the best. Over here, I did go through it not too long ago as well. I got rid of a bunch of books, like I said, so there's not much that I want to like upload onto Pango. This one is giving spring. The Whispers, just the cover, the colors. You don't see a lot of books this color, so it's definitely giving spring. That's by Ashley Audrain. She's the one that wrote The Push, which was a really good book. And then, let's see. I'm not going to do a whole lot because this video would be extra long. But Sally Rooney, Beautiful World, Where Are You, is giving spring vibes, just the colors as well. I have not read anything by Sally Rooney. When I think about it, the people that read Sally Rooney give me smart vibes. Like they read deep things and they understand it. So I feel like if I read it, let me fix this hair first. It's bothering me. If I like, hopefully when I read this book, I can understand. But I've heard great things about her books. I also have Intermezzo, which is a yellow cover, and I love yellow. That's one of my favorite colors. Hello Strangers by Catherine Center. I'm not going to reach all the way over there, but that's giving spring. There was another one. Oh, Good Dirt by Charmaine Wilkerson. She's the one that wrote Black Cake, and I've heard nothing but good things about both the books. So this is just giving spring. And I just realized too that this was a clay pot, but it also has a face. Tina, what is wrong with you? I love this cover. Black Cake is also a pretty cover, but I don't feel it's giving spring. It's more like fall. Oh. I Love Like the Sun. I've been wanting to read this since last summer. Hopefully this year is the year that I get to read it. Maybe my husband will pick it. But the cover is absolutely beautiful. It makes me smile. It could be the saddest book ever. I don't know. But it's just so pretty. And then this one, The Final Revival, Opal and Nev. This is by Donnie Walton. And it's giving like concert, summer, spring. I don't know because I haven't read it. Let's see. Is there any more? If you see any on the shelf, I mean, I doubt you can see. Let's see if you can. Family Lore by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is giving spring as well, just because of the flowers. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know what it's about, but it's about what was it? Because I read the synopsis like not too long ago. It just says the story of a Dominican American family told through the voices of its women as they await a gathering that will forever change their lives. We'll see. I don't know what else is giving spring, because I feel like Carly Fortune is summery vibes, as well as Rebecca Searle. Maybe The 7 Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I've never read anything by her, but I've heard great things about this book. Let me know, because I do want to read this. It's giving spring just because of the cover. But also I have Taylor Jenkins Reid books. The covers give spring, but I think it's just the colors. The colors get me. I'm a color person, even though I'm wearing gray today. I love color. I've tried to do like a minimalist and just wear like the basic colors, but I end up just having color in my wardrobes. Same with my books. Now, when we get to the thriller section, very dark. There's a lot of black and reds and yeah. So I don't know if there's any that I'm going to get rid of. Probably, like I said, by the time I'm done filming this part, I'll probably already have some out and I'll just show a few of those. But we're going to talk about any books that give me spring. Now that we're done on this side, I'm not going to get rid of my Abby Jimenez or my Emily Henry because I haven't finished reading all the books. Same with Taylor Jenkins Reid. The ones down there are more like what's his name? Frederick Bachman. And I have just a couple odds and ends. I also have like Wild Dark Shore and The Bright Years. The Bright Years I feel like would give me spring vibes, but I heard it's such a good book. The Gracier I have down there as well. So let's go on to the thriller section and see if there's any books that give me spring vibes. Now, we're over here in this section. All my thrillers are here. And this I feel is my favorite. Even though like that section over there is giving all the color and pretty and stuff, for some reason I have so many thrillers. Is it me that I'm just a weirdo and I like thrillers more, or what is it? Tell me. So right off the bat, I already see one that gives me spring just because of the colors, and it's One of Us is Dead by Geneva Rose. Just the color. I don't know what is up with this book, but why is it so heavy? Like, I don't know. I haven't read that one yet either. The only books that I've read by Geneva Rose so far, well, I actually just read one. I heard she has great books, but I read Home is Where the Bodies Are. I liked it. A lot of people did not like it, but I actually did. So I have that one, and it's like the special cover with the, if you know, you know. I have The Mother-in-Law by Sally Hepworth, giving spring, giving creepy with the person in the window. If you read it, like if you read any of these books that I pull out, please let me know if they're like good to keep or should I just get rid of them. This section, I have my young adult section. Up here is just like randoms. Like I have Alice Feeney, I have Karen Sauter, Sally Hepworth, I have A.R. Torrey, Ruth Ware, Riley Sager, Geneva Rose, all those. But right here I have my young adult thrillers, which is Megan Lally and Tiffany D. Jackson. Homegirl Can Write. I've read these so far. I have not read White Smoke, but I've heard it's good too. There's a few other ones that I still need to get. But the one that gives spring, Grown, just the color. Like I said, this is a good book though. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. And then there's a couple. The one that I just read, this is like all my Frida McFadden. Dear Debbie. Debbie's unhinged, and I'm here for it. That one's giving spring. The Tenant, just because of the colors, giving spring. I haven't read this one, but I heard mixed stuff too. And then The Housemaid's Wedding, just because of the flowers. Didn't read that one, but it's very short. And I heard a lot of people say that it was no point in writing that. I don't know. Up here, just all random. On the bottom, I do have my hardcovers. There's not many. There's probably like a few of them that I can get rid of that I'm not reaching. I'm getting rid of books not because I did not like them. I'm getting rid of them if I've had them way too long and I don't feel myself reaching for them anytime soon. Like, I don't want to take up space on my shelf if I can like make it look pretty and not too cluttered. So that's the only reason. It's not because I did not like the book. I probably didn't read it. I just won't reach for it. So here I can see the return it's giving. This is Rachel Harrison. I want to say I gave like a 3.5 or 4 star because what it was reading back here was so weird in the story. Like, it was a story that you just did not expect. It started off okay, what's happening? And then it just got weirder and weirder, but I was here for it at the same time. Like, it's not that I did not like it. It was just I was not expecting it. So I do recommend this. If you have not read it, the cover I just love. I love this cover so much. It just sticks out on my shelf. And so it's giving spring. Another one that's giving spring is Girl A. And this one is by Abigail Dean. I got this at the Dollar Tree. So one thing, if you're a newish bookish girl and you want to start reading, I highly recommend either the Dollar Tree, Little Free Libraries. If you have a free bookstore in your area, I drive like 25-30 minutes to our free bookstore, and it's just open to the community. There's so many books. So I've gotten my books from thrift stores, from free bookstores, from the used section in the indie bookstores, the Dollar Tree. People give me books, like friends and family have gifted me books. So reading does not have to be expensive. A majority of my books either were free or really cheap. If I've bought a book recently, regular price, because I actually like the author and I want the cover, or like not the cover, like the physical copy, like Dear Debbie, I just bought that one regular price. That's because I like Frida McFadden. Same thing with, who else? I have bought Kristen Hanna regular price, but majority of them are from either the thrift store or the free bookstore. So yeah. Now down here, I don't see any giving spring vibes. Maybe the Stillwater Girls by Mika Kent, just with the flowers on the dress. And then I'm gonna do one last one. The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. I just got this one from the thrift store. It was like $2 or something. And it's just giving spring because of the peaches. Maybe it's more summer, but I think it's pretty. The cover's pretty. Anyways, let me show you what I have pulled out so far, and then we'll wrap it up. Here's a pile of books that I'm either gonna put up on Pango or put in Little Free Libraries. The ones I'm putting in Little Free Libraries are books that are stamped from the free bookstore because we can't resell them. And I'm not even gonna be that person that tries to sell them because that's just not me. It would eat at my spirit. So the first one that's gonna go up is Malibu Rising. I was not a fan. Taylor Jenkins Reid is one of my favorite authors, but I don't know, just something about this one, I just couldn't get into it. I don't know what it was, but it just didn't grasp me like One True Loves, or what other one did I read? Forever Interrupted was another one that I really, really loved. So this one I'm going to part with. Check it out. Definitely Famous Last Words. We're putting that up if you want to read it. hopefully it works out for you, or if you've read, like, listened to it and you want the physical copy, definitely take that one. This one is going to be one for a little free library because it's stamped. What I mean by stamped is they put it in here and it says this is a free book, not for resale. So it's Charlie Donnelly, or whatever last name that is. It's Those Empty Eyes. I read, what was the other book? 20 Years Later. That was it was all right. Like, so I don't think I'm ever gonna reach for this book. So, and another one by the same author, Some Choose Darkness. This one is also going in a free library. Now, these two, I'm not 100% if I want to get rid of them because I heard great things about these authors. It's a pair, Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. Now, I've had these books on my shelf for so long. I just had them sitting there because they go together. I don't know if it's like a series or what, but I haven't reached for them. So who knows if I'm going to read them. And it's The Wife Between Us and An Anonymous Girl. Like I said, I've heard great things about these authors. They're taking up space on my shelf. And then another one is The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. I think that's how you say the last name. I did pick up The Fairy from a thrift store and put it in a little free library not too long ago. And this one's just been sitting on my shelf for a good year. And I don't think I'm going to get to it. I've heard good things about it too. So hopefully it's for someone else. And then one more I'm going to show is The Obsession by Jessie Q. Satanto. I put this like in a pile for unhauling a long time ago, and then I was like, I think I seen someone talk about it and said it was really good. So I took it out of the pile, put it back on my shelf, and that was like a year ago. So am I going to read it or not? Like, I need to, but I have not reached for it this whole time, so it's gonna go. I did hear great things, so if you are, like, just look up the synopsis, and it sounds good. It's about a stalker and all that stuff, so maybe you'll love it. And then, let's see, Woman in Cabin 10. Same thing, had it on my shelf forever by AJ Finn. I just have not reached for it. And same thing, I've heard like mixed things about this author, but I have not read anything, and I have not, like I said, reached for it. So I don't know if I'm ever going to. And then these are two just small books. I want to replace them with like actual size books. And it's No Exit by Taylor Adams. I did like this book a whole lot, but it's just the size. Like, I have big hands and I can almost grip it. And then Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris, another book that I really, really liked. I just want the actual size. These are like the mass production books. So these are just too small for me. Like, I'm holding both books in my hand and I can like almost wrap around. It's embarrassing. And then I have The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas. This, I listened to it like 2 years ago via audio, and I liked it, but it's not something that I want to keep on my shelf. Like, it's just not serving any purpose, just to sit there and take up space. So it is a good book, giving ghosty vibes. If you like that, you can listen to it in the fall or winter, but it's giving like fallish vibes. Check it out. So that's gonna be another one. Anyways, this video is gonna be super long, so let's just wrap it up. I do have to finish dusting and all that stuff and wiping down these shelves that are super dusty, as well as my mantle. But happy reading, you guys. Let me know in the comments what book you're excited for that gives you spring vibes, comment, like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff, because we're a family here. And I love when you do that. Anyways, with that being said, remember that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Talk to you later. Bye.